This is Pumpkin. She is a year and 4 months. I'm Chantelle, and I'm her volunteer puppy raiser.
You are raising, or you were raising her to be a PADS dog. What exactly is PADS?
So PADS is a Assistance Dogs International organization. It's a non-profit, and PADS specifically stands for Pacific Assistance Dog Society, and they specifically breed dogs for their program, and then they train them to either be assistance dogs for people living with physical disabilities. They train them to be PTSD support dogs, and they also do hearing dogs as well as accredited facility dogs. So those are the dogs that will work in like the courts or as stress relief for first responders. So that's the 4 streams they hope to graduate dogs from.
Did you reach out to PADS to become a PADS trainer, or did you kind of see their campaign and be like, I want to get involved with that?
Actually, do you want to come up here? What's this? So I was doing my master's here in Vancouver, and I kind of missed my 2 family dogs. My sister and I got 2 dogs in Calgary together, and they moved actually to London with her. And so while I was out here, I really missed having a puppy. But I knew as a student I couldn't commit the 15 years to raising a dog from a shelter or something. So I tried to look into ways beyond fostering that I could get involved and actually learn more about dogs and their behaviors. That stemmed primarily because I was working in a doggy daycare throughout my throughout my master's. And I really wanted to learn more about how to work with various dogs. And so I thought this would be a neat way to have a dog in my life, learn about how to train them, and then be able to unfortunately say goodbye to them because I couldn't commit, and now I'm regretting that decision somewhat.
I guess outside the obvious companionship, what's the one thing you're gonna miss about having her around?
That's the one thing I'll really miss. I guess the nice thing about PADS is that I'll still be super involved with the community if I'm gonna co-raise Kana, just because it'll be a little bit easier to do it with 2 people. So I'll still get to be involved with the community. But I don't know, she had this funny, the group of us that would walk together, it was mostly boy dogs, and Pumpkin kind of was known as the flirty girl dog, and we would narrate her walks, and unintentionally, it was just what happens. People probably thought we were a little bit crazy, perhaps. But I just kind of I'm going to miss the narration of her being the one that would say to the boys things like, chase me, oh, leave me alone. And it was probably a little outdated, our humor around it, but it was fun, and she just was so spunky, and the boys, like the boy dogs, especially Nemo was one in particular that really wanted to keep up with her, and he would just struggle. Like, she'd jump on things and jump off them, and he just couldn't quite figure out how she was so acrobatic. And her buddy Wilbur, who was the golden retriever, would always try and chase her, and he'd get frustrated because she was so speedy, and he'd start barking. So I'm gonna miss that spunky side of her, but I'm curious to see how Kana develops as she gets older too, so we'll see. She's always had a little bit of a spunky side. Like, I remember a lot of times just doing work on this couch, and before she was released, she was not allowed on this furniture, and she would always test me. She'd always look at it, and then put her paws up on it, and then kind of look at me again to see, and I'd just say Pumpkin, and she would know, and she would go back to her bed. But she definitely liked to push the limits, and I kind of appreciated that sassy, spunky side of her. But yeah, there's a lot of good memories. She's also shares my birthday, which is kind of, I didn't expect that. I saw that they were born on my birthday in 2018, I think it was, yeah. And I remember thinking, I just started this process, maybe I'll get to raise one of them. And then they matched me with her, and I was pretty excited about that, so yeah. We did a fundraiser this year for our birthday and raised, I think it was $800 for PADS,
Wow.
Which was pretty cool, so, because we had our joint birthday. So lots of good memories.